Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mr. Hunt's Math. Interesting name. Today, we're going to learn the area of a parallelogram. Before I even start that, I want to give a shout out to the following people: Jamari, Sandarius, Asia, Kenneth, and Jasmine. They all finish their exit ticket and independent practice with a score of 15 out of 20 or higher. So I'm calling out those five people: Jamari, Sandarius, Asia, Kenneth, and Jasmine. They all got a 15 out of 20 or higher on both their independent practice and the exit ticket. Okay, so first thing, today we're going to learn on the area. We're going to learn the area, how to calculate the area of parallelogram. Okay. As you can see, these are parallelograms. It says label and define the following parts of a parallelogram. So first off, a parallelogram has what you call a base. That is this right here. This is the bottom. That would be the base, or this would be the base. Okay. Now, next, it has what you call the height. The height goes straight up and down. Okay. So this is the height. Remember, I always said that if I want to tell you I want to measure your height, you're not going to lean sideways. You're going to stand straight up as much as possible. Okay. So you have the base right here, and you have the height. Okay. Now, these are sides. These are slanted sides of the parallelogram, but they are not considered part of the height. This is what you would say is a slanted height, but is not the official height of the parallelogram. So right here, let's go ahead and label this one. It looks like the height would be from here to here, straight up and down. Now, if you wanted to, you can say, oh, it would be from here down to there. That's fine. Now, where's the base? Let me use a different color here. The base would be right here. This is the base, and this is the base, all right? So the base and the height, those are the important parts that you need to know. Also, it says, what is the relationship between the base and the height of the parallelogram? The height of the parallelogram must be perpendicular to the base. If you remember what perpendicular means that it has to be like this. Okay? That's perpendicular. This is my base and this is my height. That is what you call perpendicular. This is my base, this is my height. So you're always looking for that perpendicular to find the base and the height of your parallelogram. Look right here. Here's the height, here's the base. Do you see the perpendicular? I have that perfect L. That's the perpendicular of my parallelogram. So let me scroll down some here, and let's just go ahead and see if we can calculate the base, if we could find just the base and height on this one. So I'm looking for that perpendicular. This is flat. That's a base, and this would have to be the height right there. That would be the perpendicular. Let's look on this one. Okay, here's the base. Here's another base right here, but I got to be careful. The height goes straight up and down. I'm looking for that perpendicular, that perfect T or that L, and that would be from here to here. That would be the height. Now, this is a tricky one right here. This is a real tricky one. Let's look. Okay, here we go. I'm calling this my base, or this is my base. Excuse me, my thing ran out. Right there, that's the base. And then I'm going to use a different color to find my height. My height is right there. Notice I have perfect perpendicular. I have that T. I'm looking for that T. Okay, so that's the sides. It says draw and label the base and the height and the slant height of the parallelogram. So let's go back and let's do the slant height. I'm going to use green for that. The slant height is right here. The slant height is right there. The slant height is right here, and the slant height is right there. The only time I'm really interested in the slant height is when I'm trying to find the perimeter of a parallelogram. Remember, the perimeter is the distance around the parallelogram. So you have to measure this, plus the blue, plus the green, plus the blue, plus the green. That's the perimeter, okay? But the area is going to be the height times the base, okay? So let's keep going. Also, let me do the slant right here. Let me do the slant height. Here's the slant height right there. Here's the slant height right there, okay? So there we go. We've labeled all of these. Let's move on. Now, look at this. This is a parallelogram, but look what they did. They saw that they have a triangle right here on this parallelogram, and they cut it out, and they saw that it can fit over here. This blue part, this triangle right here, can be cut out and can fit over here. And now you have a rectangle. Now, what's the area of a rectangle? Length times the width. This will be my length. This will be my width, right? But look at that. That's also my base and my height. So the area of a parallelogram, and you could put this in. Let me see if I'm able to type this in, and I don't think that I would be. But the area of a parallelogram will be base times the height, or the length times the width, because a parallelogram is nothing but a rectangle, but it's been tilted over to the side. Now, these sides right here are what you call parallel. Look at them. I'm going to label them. These are parallel to each other. This slant height and that slant height is parallel to itself. Now, another parallel side is right here. These are the base, it's the base, but those are all parallel, okay? So these are all parallel. That means that they are going in the same direction next to each other. Parallel, parallel, parallel. These are parallel, okay? So that's what you call parallel. Now they're also congruent, which means they are the same length. So this side, this slant height is the same length as this side, all right? Now, so the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Say that with me, base times height. That is the bottom times the height. And you're always looking for that perfect T. You're looking for that perfect perpendicular line. You want to have the perpendicular, okay? So let's look at this. It says find the area of the parallelogram shown below. I'm looking at this and I see that I have here a slant height. Okay, that's cool. That's a slant height right there. Let me erase that. That is horrible. Oh, I like this little software I got here. That's horrible. Okay, now here we go. Let me try it again. So, here we go. This is my slant height. Okay, that's the slant height. I would need that if I was trying to find the perimeter, because I would add this plus that plus this. That's the perimeter, but I don't need that. What I'm looking for is this. I'm looking for my height straight up and down, and I'm looking for my base right here. Here we go. Here's that base. That's the height times the base. So the base is 8 and the height is 7. 8 times 7, something happened here. I don't know what happened here, but this should say 56. 8 times 7 is 56, okay? 8 times 7, it should say is 56. So the height is 56, okay? It's 56 centimeters. The area is 56 centimeters squared. There's a typo here. It came out funny, but underneath this, it should say area equals 56 centimeters squared, okay? Let's go down to the next one. Here we go. We got some problems that I did some work on for you. Here we go. Now, right here, area. Find the area of each parallelogram. Here we go. I'm going to label this now, okay? I see I have my height there. I see I have my base there. I have that perfect perpendicular that I'm looking for. The base is 21. The height is 8. 21 times 8 is 168 centimeters squared, okay? Good. So I'm good on that. That's the area. Now, it would be hard for me to calculate the perimeter, which is the distance around, because guess what? I did not give you the length of the slant height. So you can't calculate the perimeter of this because you don't have the length of that slant height right there. Okay, here we go. Now, this one right here. I do have the slant height, but I'm not asking you to calculate the perimeter. I have the slant height right there. I'm asking you to calculate still the area of the parallelogram. So here we go. I'm changing my color here. I'm using this. This is my height. That's straight up and down. This is my base. I have that perfect perpendicular that I'm looking for. The base has to be 2.5. The height has to be 1.8. I get 4.5 meters squared. Pretty good. Okay. You have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the group. I've opened up the chat room so we can talk and you guys can ask me questions. All right, now, here we go. Now it says calculate the perimeter and the area of the parallelogram. So first of all, for the perimeter, I only need the slant height, these two. Now notice these are congruent, which means they are the same distance. So if this is 7, that means this has to be 7 centimeters as well, okay? Now, fine with that. Here we go. Now, I need the other length, which is the length of the two bases. Both the bases are congruent and they're parallel to each other. That means that this is 15, just like this one is 15. So I will be adding 15 plus 7 plus 15 plus 7, and I get that my perimeter is 44 centimeters squared. Remember, perimeter is the distance around. It's always your distance around, okay? Now, it says find the area. The area will be different. Here we go. I'm going to use my red line now for that because now I need my height and I need my base in red. There we go. The base is 15 right here, but the height is 5. So I'm using 5 times 15 to get my area. Here we go. Right there, 5 times 15, that is 75 centimeters squared. Okay, good. And one more for you. This is now calculating the missing variable. In this, I'm giving you, let me show you here. I'm giving you the height, but what you do not have is this. This is the what? What is that called? That is called the base. And this is the base too. Both of those are the same distance. So what does this equal? We do not know. So we're going to put a question mark. I'm going to try my best to put a question mark there. So that's a question mark. And that's Mr. Hunt Sloppy question mark. Okay, now, so my area is 60 feet squared. I know what my height is. My height is 3. What I'm missing is my base. Remember, area is base times height. This is nothing but a rectangle turned sideways. Area is base times height. Here we go. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. It looks like my area equals base times height. My area is 60. I put in 60 for area. B, I did not put in anything for the base because remember, I have a question mark there for B, right? And then my height is 3. So now, I have 60 equals 3b, which is same as b times 3. B times 3 is the same as 3b. Both, remember, a letter next to a number means what, class? Multiplying. So we're multiplying this, okay? Now, here we go. Something's missing here. I'll draw it in for you, though. Here we go. Now, so I'm asking myself, what is next to my variable b? Well, what's next to b is times 3. Well, what's the opposite of times 3? Mr. Hunt, that is dividing by 3. I'm going to divide by 3 on this side. I'm going to divide by, oh, Lord. I'm going to divide by 3 on that side, and I am drawing horrible today. I'm trying to get used to this thing, guys. I'm writing worse than what I do in class. I apologize. Okay, so here we go. Divide by 3. So what is 3 divided by 3? That becomes just canceled out. That becomes what? 1. And 1 times b is nothing but b. Now, what is 60 divided by 3? That is 20. So that means the base of this parallelogram is 20. Okay, so your assignment today is to complete the independent practice. There are 4 problems. To complete the exit ticket, there are 3 problems in that, and then to do your IXL assignment. If you're having issues getting onto IXL, go directly to clever.com. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying this. You have any questions, type them to me, or you guys can text me. My number, let me give you my number if you do not have it. My number is 70. I'm trying to draw with this stuff. 8 7 3 8 6 7 6 3. Okay, I'm doing pretty good there. So 708-738-6763. 708-738-6763. I want to shout out some more kids tomorrow, but so far it looks like Jamari, Sandarius, Asia, Kenneth, and Jasmine got 15 out of 20 on both the exit ticket and independent practice. I also want to shout out some kids that have been making it their business to contact me and to ask me questions. Tristan's been contacting me. Jair's contacting me almost every day. Nakia's contacting me. Miss Banks is contacting me. I'm trying to think of some more. Jayana's contacting me. If I forget you, please forgive me. It's just a lot of kids contacting me. I really appreciate that. That lets me know that you're concerned about your education, okay? So you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoy this assignment. And we're going to do some more shouts out tomorrow. Looking forward to talking to you on tomorrow. All right, have a good one.